Hello and welcome for Love Month Day 3, Soul Tribe. Thank you so much for being here. So, the message that I have today is from the Divine Dog's Wisdom cards. So, this can be from the Dog Collective. This can be from a specific dog. Perhaps you can relate this to a dog or a few different dogs in your life. But the messages are pretty clear here, okay? One is starting out with patience any day now. So there is something that you're looking forward to, okay, as that dog is looking forward to that steak, right, but is waiting very patiently till the right time. Any day now, there's going to be some big reward coming into your experience, okay? So if you kind of check in with your heart space, what does that feel like? What does that look like for you? Okay, if you do have a dog as a pet, has your dog been indicating certain things, pointing certain things out to you about what, kind of blessing could be showing up here? A few days ago, I did what blessings are showing up in our experience. Maybe check out that video. It's really short and sweet and to the point. Okay. Some of you, your dogs or dogs in your life might be asking for patience, right? Asking for you to have patience with them, asking for you to have patience with yourself, right? So that could be the case as well here. We also have tenderness, gentle, loving care. So this is all about compassion and gentleness, right? So we have patience, we have gentleness, tenderness, being very conscious and aware with what kind of you're moving through within your internal world, what other people are moving through around you. Again, having a lot of compassion and care. And again, if you have, your own beautiful dog in your experience or pets in your experience, they might be very snuggly, very cuddly, wanting to be very supportive and affectionate with you at this time, right? So that might be something that kind of stands out to you. And the reason being is we have loss, allow yourself to grieve. So some of you, it's just you right now with the way things are in the world, you are kind of feeling this collective grief. Or if you have someone or something that you recently had to release, from your experience, you could be in, this kind of grieving pattern right now. And there's this sense of, again, having a lot of compassion for yourself. And we have empathy, I see and hear you. So you might notice that animals have, pick up on kind of what's going on within your heart space, what's going on behind the surface, and they're responding to that, right? So I don't know, again, if that is, a friend's dog, your dog, or pet. This doesn't just have to be dogs, right? It could be pets and animals in general that kind of pick up on a sadness within you or something you're moving through right now. And there's this very just beautiful compassion and softness and presence that is coming through with this empathy. This is also a message too, to chat and connect with someone that has an empathetic ear, that can listen and hold space for you, right? That you feel comfortable sharing with. Some of you, it is your pet. Some of you, you have a chat with your pet here. But this could also be, if this isn't you, it could be someone in your experience who's currently moving through some loss and some grief, who is requiring a listening ear, right? Who is requiring someone to kind of be there for them at this time. And so, like, overall, the message here is great compassion. Great compassion. And what is this great compassion leading to? We have the instinct, okay? Trusting in your intuition. We have Joker, things are not always as they seem. And then we have leading, step out in front. So what's amazing about the love that's coming from the Divine Dog Wisdom cards is being empathetic and compassionate and gentle, right? With yourself and with others. And that's a gift and a skill and a value within you that is going to be translating to you stepping into leadership and being a compassionate leader, perhaps in your community, perhaps in your family, perhaps in your workspace, in your social groups, right? Because there's that leading energy. So some of you, it's like you are moving through a lot emotionally, right? And it's important that you take the time for that softness, for that support, for that love, for, giving yourself that, having that patience with yourself and everything like that, right? Some of you, if you have, you do have a pet that's maybe acting out, in certain ways, or maybe you've been dealing with some frustrating behaviors, having a bit more empathy and patience and kind of feeling through that experience, not just looking at things at face value, right? There could be something else kind of going on. And that could be something else that's coming from the dog collective as well. Because I think it would be quite frustrating to be a dog trying to get a point across to a human being who doesn't understand them, right? So maybe diving a little bit deeper and being more present with your pets could also help with that too. Some of you, I'm feeling like the frustration from your pet is like they just want to love you. Like you could be so distracted, like at work or on, watching TV or on your phone or on your computer, and they're like, just let me love you. Okay, like look at that German Shepherd with that kitten there. That's kind of the message that's coming through. So there's a lot of really loving and compassionate messages coming through here. But this is pretty much preparing you to be a compassionate leader, where you can trust in your instincts and you can see through, the illusions, and see through, just beyond the surface to what is really happening, what is occurring. And that's going to help you stand out as a leader, having this compassion and these instincts to be able to see through, those that are deceptive or illusions or different motives and things, right? And then, yes, you have that leading stepping out in front. It looks quite like you'd be quite joyfully being a leader in this area. So, this loving message for today, for the third day, is all about first loving yourself, allowing yourself to be loved, and then being able to step forward into that leadership position and bring that vibration, bring that value, bring that sensitivity into your experience, into leadership, to bring your instincts into leadership here too. And some of you as well, your dog here with trust your intuition, if I put these cards next to each other, that pointer is pointing right at the gopher, the groundhog, right? And so some of you, it's like your pet is going to point out, because animals can actually sense whether or not somebody is, I'll just say whether or not somebody is I wouldn't say necessarily in their integrity, but a kind person versus someone who's mean or someone who's cruel, someone who shouldn't be around you, right? And so dogs have a great way of pointing that out. They have a sense where they can definitely point out to you, who they like that's around you, and who, they're cautious of or they're weary of. So your dogs can help you with some of your discernment here, which is quite interesting that this came through too. But I feel like this also translates into your compassionate leadership of being able to see through people, see through agendas, right? And stay on track, especially with a team, right? So it's a great skill set to have. But yes, for some of you, you could have a dog or a pet that's pointing someone's behaviors out to you, or pointing something out to you in particular, that person is not in their integrity, or there's something else that's going on here. Amazing. That's amazing. It's beautiful. So whether you're the person that's kind of moving through a lot right now and, requiring that love and that compassion and patience, or you're providing that for others at this time, as a leader, right? You're kind of encouraged to be very present and mindful with people and what they're navigating right now. And then again, don't forget the very beginning message: patience any day now. Like there's some sort of blessing, something you've been looking forward to, something you can't wait to dive into, that looks like it will be coming your way here as well. So we have a few different messages, receive what aligns, but this overall message is about compassion, compassionate leaders in this world, and also kind of what we can learn from dogs and what we can learn from animals and what we can learn from just observing, with empathy rather than assuming with our ego, right? So there's kind of a lead into that as well, as the wisdom of the animal world and what it can show us, about our vibration, what's going on within us, what it can show us about people around us, right? Yeah. So don't be afraid to pause today. Don't be afraid to take time to just, have a really gentle day, okay? Because before you know it, you'll be leading the team. So thank you so much for joining me. Receive what resonates, release what doesn't. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.